welcome to Wonder Woman Wednesday. I'm your host, Jared, and today I am going to rant because not about Tom King, but about the Wonder Woman Rebirth series that came out post New 52 that was intended to undo everything that was established in the New 52 and then crap on it. Now, you don't have to like everything about the New 52, but what we can admit is that this undid things in a very crappy way. Chief among them, let's start with this, ignores lore, which what I mean by that is it ignores the previous series straight up, because it's like, I'll give you a good example. So in volume 1, Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor get back together. Anyway, and it was for synergy with the movie. So what happens is Diana tells Steve that being with Clark was easy. And I go, you almost killed him because he was turning into Doomsday. You had to fight your brother. You had to fight two. What are you talking about being easy? That's the thing. It's like, I think Rucka was too lazy to actually come up with a better reason for why Wonder Woman and Superman should break up. But instead you were like, nah, I'm just going to go back to like nostalgia, even though he didn't really go back. But that's the thing. It ignores lore in favor of nostalgia. Number 2, it sets up problematic elements. So one of the things that Rucka did was he implied that Diana has been in relationships with other Amazons. Here's the problem with that. So, as we know, all of the Amazons are considered Diana's sisters or aunts and such. She considers them as such. They even raised her. And it's because of stuff like this where you get the really stupid, like a panel from Wonder Woman Earth 1 of her and Artemis that everyone uses, even though if you literally rewind, or not rewind, if you literally what's the word? Go to the previous panel, it's like Artemis says, oh yeah, to me you'll always be a baby. Now let me kiss you. Isn't that stupid? And they did the same thing here, implying that Diana had slept with the entire island pretty much. And I'm like, okay. And you notice no one referenced that afterwards. I think DC realized after it came out, yeah, this is not a good idea. Like, remember Cassia? Wonder Woman's female love interest that no one ever talks to, that no one ever not talks to, that no one ever references, even though she's been on back on the island many times. Maybe she's not. Anyway, my next point is the Asylum. So here's one of the other stupid things, and it will always be about this will always be if I could summarize in one image the stupidity of this run, it is the Wonder Woman ends up in a mental institution because her two memories of the timeline, such as her new 52 memories, or she finds out she's never been home, even though that literally makes no sense. They're like, she's gonna be in an asylum because she goes crazy. Yes, Steve puts her in a mental asylum. This is the plot point that could only happen in a Tom King Wonder Woman book, but in this one, it's in a Greg Rucka book. Isn't that interesting? And it's like, even on that, let's talk about that real quick. It contradicts the lore, because if no one's been on the island, or if she hasn't been on the island, what about when Deathstroke, Superman, and Batman have been in there in the New 52? These events still happen. How do you explain that? But anyway, then it gets to petty. And this applies to all of Rebirth, but really, when it comes to petty, all of this was screw the New 52, and any of you that liked it, this goes back to my first point about the being with Clark was easy, or when you deal with a bunch of other Rebirth series, particularly Action Comics, yeah, all of it is petty. All of it is intended to screw over fans that like the New 52. And I got news for you. That's why I dropped out of comics for 4 years, because I was like, okay, if you don't want me to hang out, okay, that's fine. If you don't want me to read your comics, I won't. And then you notice I came back after they had largely undone a lot of what Rucka did, as they should. And this is why when people say he's a fantastic Wonder Woman writer, I'm like, no, no. In my opinion, he's not. In my opinion, he is definitely not the best Wonder Woman writer. Yeah, well, he used to be. I think he largely lost it. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave it. Let me know what you guys thought of Rebirth Wonder Woman. If you thought it was good, if you thought it was bad, if you thought that it could use like that maybe I'm wrong about it. I don't know. We'll see. But stay heroic, everyone. Remember, Lois Lane is Lois Lane. Oh, and by the way, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Consider becoming a member, because if you become a member, you gain access to these a day early, and you gain access to my reading log, which I'm just starting, and you get access to me more directly. So I'll play the trailer for Athena, my comic that's funding for 7 more days at the time of this recording. And then go back that if you guys are inclined to. It's a comic that's basically my tribute to Wonder Woman. So go check that out. And remember, Steve Trevor, Steve Never, he belongs in Bomb of a Hydraulic Press. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
My home has been invaded, my people slaughtered, and I could not do anything to stop it. Not again. I will not lose another home, another family. I am Princess Lyra of the planet Centragon, Athena, the goddess of thunder, and this is my story.